this was to be his fate. It is his father's sword, Asura. As he lay defeated and dying, Genichiro discharged all the chi of his spirit into his sword, knowing that one day his son would be guided to it, and with it could continue his battle. It is truly a miracle.
All the power of my father is mine.
Believe in the power, but do not think yourself its master. It is greater than you. Be content to serve it. It is the power to control the chi of the universe in which all things are born. You must learn to understand that flow.
Thanks, Dad.
Hi, this is Michelle Ruff, and you're listening to Three Black Geeks.
Alright guys, we're back. Got another anime here. This is our third Kawajiri movie. I know you guys did Wicked City, which is funny as shit still. We did Ninja Scroll years back. So
I didn't like that. I didn't like that one we did, man. Oh, I didn't like it so much, man. Oh well, I know that you're gonna Cody Street Fighter that shit, but you know whatever.
It's just no, I'm weebaying you on this one, like the shrug. Like
I don't know. That was year one. Three Black Geeks. I just don't like.
Oh,
it,
it's
man.
pretty obvious, you know, where it's like me and you were clearly in the same room, and then you know that was his first year in Japan? Question mark.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
I thought he was. No, he wasn't with us. Yeah, he wasn't.
Yeah. That was his first year in Japan during those rough times.
Yeah. Don't tell nobody. Chris was falling asleep on that podcast.
I hate you, but you know what? I'm not gonna.
You can hate because there's only 3 podcasts that I knew you were falling asleep on: Ninja Scroll, Casino, and
Casino. No. I was awake for Casino. The problem was I was diverted because I was watching. You know what it was? I was watching something else while we were talking about Casino. So there were spots that I wasn't saying anything, and you and Sue were talking.
No, nigga, you were falling asleep.
Bullshit, because I was engaged to Casino and Goodfellas. Come on now.
Engaged with the snooze button, son.
Whatever, Mister. Hey, I fell asleep during Jackie Chan Adventures, and then
Nigga, what's going to happen? That was about to happen. I told y'all. I proudly fell asleep on that one, man.
Which is awesome, but hey, you know what? We're now on the level of our boy Chad, which hey, we love him, and I'm mad I missed that shit too.
I think that's always the funniest thing that happened during a podcast when it's not planned and somebody falls asleep. They are down for the count.
When both of y'all told me Chad fell asleep, I was like, "Are you serious?" He was like, "Yeah, he was out, done." But anyways, the guy's a legend in his own right. He has done plenty of I think you guys highlighted that in Wicked City and such, and we highlighted it again in Ninja Scroll. That guy has done a lot of anime that we watched when we started out watching anime in the late 80s, early 90s and stuff. Ninja Scroll, obviously. Watch Goku Midnight Eye.
I didn't see the whole movie. No.
Yeah, I watched that. That was another one of those like Wicked City where it's just gory as fuck.
But yeah, he did. But I don't think he did.
He directed Goku Midnight Eye. He directed Birdie the Mighty, which I watched. He directed Cyber
I did
City.
See Birdie the Mighty.
Yeah, he directed Cyber City Oedo, Vampire Hunter D, Bloodlust.
Yeah, I'm about to say he did Bloodlust. So those are the only ones we're missing. He still worked today.
Yeah. When it changed over to Studio Madhouse, he was in charge of the Highlander movie, which I recommend people watching because that is. If you have to watch a Highlander movie, that's the one you watch.
It ain't that good. It ain't good.
Hey, dog.
I looked at it again.
Look, it's better than the ones that I stand for, including the one that with Christopher Lambert and Homeboy from the show. As much as I stand for that movie, I'll take Search for Vengeance over it.
You're saying it wrong, Chris.
What?
You meant to say that's what I stand for. You know the one with Dame Dash?
Yes, I do.
Right.
Somebody was like, "Hey, Dame, you want to be an immortal? Sure."
All right, tell you something, man. I'm already immortal on these streets, man. In Harlem, I'm already immortal, so it makes sense. You know what I mean?
The other thing I wanted to point out was he was the screenwriter for Azumi 2, Death or Love.
Oh yeah.
Which is a good movie. I recommend like anybody listening, please watch both Azumi 1 and 2.
And to this day, he's actually still doing stuff. He does storyboard now. He's been doing storyboards for like the last maybe 4 or 5 years. And the last thing he actually worked on, One Punch Man.
Yeah. That makes sense. If you look at the animation, that makes sense.
But he didn't have nothing to do with that. Now, no, that's storyboard. Storyboard is different from animation.
He's still drawing that shit.
Yeah, but that's not his. He's not the key animator. He's not. That's not his animation at all. All he's doing is actually doing the flow of the story. That's what storyboard is.
But yeah, look, when you watch it, there is nothing in your head that's gonna be like, there's not gonna be any blood in this movie, right? Right?
Did you see that? Do you see the cover of that thing?
I really disagree with that.
No. I'm not saying I did, but somebody that's not familiar with Kawajiri is like, there's not going to be any blood in this movie, right? I'm like, oh, you do not know Kawajiri, sir.
Okay, I want you guys to think of, I don't know, think of a pig, a big fat pig, and the pig has the word plot written on the side of it. Then there's a farmer. There's a farmer that walks up there with a shotgun. He aims at the pig and says, "You know what? Not good enough." He throws the shotgun over his shoulder, takes out a minigun, and starts firing at the pig. That's exactly what happens to the plot.
Or if you want to go live action, you can go Ed 209 shooting up homeboy from OCP and RoboCop.
That was pretty boss.
Yeah, that'll work too.
It just keeps going. You're like, he's already dead. What are we doing here?
Speaking of RoboCop, I'm sorry. Every time somebody says Ed 209, the first thing I think about is that freaking robot falling down a flight of stairs. That's the first thing
You know what? In hindsight, though,
a highly advanced robot from 1984. For some reason, can't seem to walk down a flight of stairs.
And you know what's
boom, 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 boom.
And you know what's funny? I see why dude was jealous enough to kill homeboy. Because it's like, man, your fucking dude can go downstairs, no problem. But my fucking piece of shit can't even fucking go down goddamn stairs. So go ahead and hire Red from that 70s show to kill your ass. Because I'm fucking tired of this shit. Understand, folks, if you really think about it, that is the driving plot point of RoboCop. This dude is...
Hold up. If I can make a connection real quick. After he got shot, he got shot in the leg, and, Red slowly walking out of his house like, this is a real nice place. Just so we could see the house get blown up, right?
Yeah.
You do know he didn't die, right? Like, what happened was he escaped, went underground, changed his identity, got caught up in bullshit, got caught up in a credit card scam, went to prison, broke out of prison to find $1 million, to find a suitcase filled with $1 million, and had that shit sent off, just so he could show up sometime later in the movie called Blank Check.
You know what? I knew this was leading to some stupid ass movie. I just couldn't figure out.
You somehow managed to connect Tone Loc to an anime. Congratulations, sir.
I did. Yes, I will take that gold star. I'm not receiving it. I'm taking it.
I'm taking it by force. This is the one thing I do have to say. Give it up, Kawajiri. No rape in this movie. Excellent.
Yes.
Hey, by the way, folks, here's the thing.
Because he got his fill of that in Wicked City.
Let me tell you
something. You know what it was, right? Because when he got to that scene, it was like, so, wait a minute, I thought you was going to do that scene where she got raped by the guys. Like, nah, I ain't going to do that. Check out this plot for this next movie I got. Like, oh, man. For real, you're going to have rape in it? Yeah. And on top of that, there's going to be this big-ass vagina that comes from underground. You ain't ready for the shit, though, my nigga.
Here's the thing. He did Wicked City. Now, he did Wicked City before he did Ninja Skull and Shinjuku. I'm pretty sure after Wicked City, he got notes like, hey, dog, you have to ease up on the rape, Dan. You can't be...
Dude, I don't know about that. The reason why I say I don't know about that is because this is the same time where violent anime was at its height. When I mean violent anime, this is
late 80s,
violent.
Man. Zero fucks.
This is like... This is like, super violent. Girl is always damsel in distress type of anime.
Like,
you know what I mean?
Hold on. Always damsel in distress. Always forcibly, like sexually assaulted.
Always forcibly sexually assaulted. Once again, this is not a movie where we act off. We get into the middle of it. And it's like, and we say to ourselves, I wonder what this movie thinks about women. Nah, we know off the break what this movie thinks about women.
It's only going to come out in Japan, and it'll probably never see the light of day in America.
Or it does, and if you were one of the luckiest kids in the world that your parents had cable, you saw Demon City Shinjuku on Cinemax, because Cinemax was awesome like that.
I seen it actually. I actually seen Shinjuku on Sci-Fi Channel. I don't know about you two. I
saw it on. Come on, man! I was a Saturday anime kid on Sci-Fi, so I know.
I saw Shinjuku, Wicked City, and Ninja Scroll on Cinemax. Oh, and Goku Midnight Eye on Cinemax. Midnight. That gore and all. Y'all saw it on Sci-Fi when there was no gore. I'm pretty sure.
Now that's kind of funny. That's kind of funny. I seen it. I only seen Wicked City, and I seen Wicked City on pay-per-view, and I seen Ninja Scroll on Showtime Extreme. So yeah.
yeah. Like this is like late. I saw Demon City Shinjuku 1991. We had just moved in our house. Saw it there. This is how my dad is the type of person, and most people don't believe this. My parents didn't really care, so they weren't those type of parents that like. Clearly, they kind of kept me away from R-rated movies, but there were some R-rated movies they didn't care. Like, look, me and my dad, Predator. Predator is a very R-rated movie, but like they never really felt that Predator affected me. Like I'm gonna shoot up a school or some shit, whatever on that level. So like, I remember staying up late on a Saturday and I'm watching Demon City Shinjuku, and my dad was like, "What in the world is this?" And I'm like, "I don't know. It's anime of some kind from Japan." And he's no bullshit. Sat back and watched it with me, and he was like, I don't know what the hell I just watched.
And to give your dad some company, dude, I watched this movie 3 times. I still don't know what I watched.
I just know people are fighting and there's gore, and I was there for the gore because as a kid, you get desensitized to this shit, and you're like, exploding heads, yay!
At the same time, for me, I saw Ninja Scroll the same kind of way. Me and my dad watched it, and my dad liked it. I remember he liked it, and when I think about it, he only liked it for one thing. What was that? D? Easy, ass and titties, ass and titties.
Well, for one,
ass and titties. Somebody gets their head chopped off. Ass and titties.
Now I can give you the time when I saw this, and holy shit, you guys are getting ready to go on a nostalgia trip with me. I saw it on on Sci-Fi Channel, and even then I knew something about it was kind of off. Like I always felt like something was cut out of it. So I said, okay, let me go to a video store. I didn't go to Blockbuster. Instead, I went up the street to Clinton Video.
Oh, I thought you were about to say Errol's. I was like, holy shit, dude, Errol's.
No, I didn't go to Errol's. I did go to Clinton Video, and trust me, Clinton Video, that's nostalgia enough. In fact, is that place even still open?
Nope. No, that shit shut down late 90s. What are you talking about?
That thing's a Payless right now, man.
No, because if you're in video, it was like right in front of the what was it? That spot that used to be Friendlies and the Shoppers. That
shit is a fucking Sark Japan now. What are you talking about?
What? That's not a Sarku Japan. No, it ain't, man. It's a freaking Pollo place, man.
So I went and Clinton Video to check it out. They just happened to have it. Now, I was so excited to see the movie that I didn't realize that when I got home that I was watching the Japanese version with English subtitles.
I
thought I was really going to get an English version, but no, it was a subtitle. So I said, you know what? I'll watch it. I watched it, and again, I enjoyed it.
Voice actors in this movie. I don't know not a single one of them. I'm not familiar with them.
I looked at them. I don't know none of them. I mean that, and this is coming from somebody who really...
Didn't you say that they redid the voices for this, or it's still the same ones?
No, they didn't. They never redid it. It's only been manga. Yeah, the English version through Manga UK and Central Park Media from 1994. That's when this got released. It's only been the same voice actors. They never redid the voices.
Wow. Well, I actually scratched that. I do know one of the guys' voice, Bradley Lavelle. He actually did the voice of Tanner in the first 2 driver games. That's like the only person I can really know off the top of my head voice wise.
How many of these names are actually aliases?
You know what? Some of them probably are, because the New York voices were funny. The New York voices, I don't think we came into, they didn't fall into that same type of, you got to go on an alias because it's against a union type of thing.
This is UK too. Some of the voices came from
No. The voices are clearly from New York. They're clearly the New York. Don't say, well, that one British girl. No, that wasn't a British girl. That was clearly an American girl trying to be British. So don't even say that.
Yeah.
Trip over these animes, especially when it's the voice actors from New York. You always trip over these guys where it's like, nobody. Hey, that's the voice of the girl that does Misty off of Pokemon. Nobody. It's sort of like
that. Followed by a whole bunch of people that went uncredited.
Oh, and it's always a handful of people, especially if it's a series. Where that's why it kind of sucked if you looked at the first 2 seasons of Slayers. If you looked at Slayers and Slayers Next, it was like Christopher Freeman, 8 people who you don't know who they are.
Got paid in peanuts just to do voices and then kept it moving.
Actually, no, I take that back. It was Homeboy that did the voice of Brock off of Pokemon. Him too. And it was once again, like you said, everybody else got paid like a pizza meal stipend, something like that.
So, folks might be wondering, what is Demon City Shinjuku about? Let's just say, think hell on earth, and the guy that has to save the world. And somehow, some way, before this even happens, apparently, because Japan, they somehow have some weird cooperation when demons do invade Earth.
Imagine if Arkham City got abandoned.
Well, to be fair, we did the same thing with New York City all the time, so...
If Escape from New York has taught us anything.
Like, if Escape from New York and, what was that movie on Gabriel Byrne, Arnold Schwarzenegger? In the Days, that one.
In the Days.
Yeah, we have learned that, hey, just a quarter of the city can go. That's like, that's like surrounded by hell. So,
but I did like the opening sequence with the fight. Apparently Jigen from fucking Lupin the Third was fighting Homeboy on the rooftop shit, because that dude's sideburns were fucking awesome.
And the bad guy he was fighting was a guy named Remy Ra. Now, to be honest with you folks, I'm gonna call this nigga Remy Ma and Ruby Ra.
Real name being Bed Ra or David Bowie from Labyrinth. Sting.
Yeah, Sting. That too.
This is also, you can tell this is Kawajiri's work because you notice that Remy Ra looks a lot like the dude from Genocyber.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I actually looked at it again. He does, and actually, he looks more, and his facial expressions looks like
His facial expressions looks like dude from Wicked City.
Yeah, I was going to say
like the main bad guy with Wicked City with the freaking spikes that comes out of his elbows.
Son.
I'm sorry, that is the dumbest power to have.
So
that being said about Kawajiri's art design, sometimes it doesn't make a lot of sense, and sometimes he draws the same crap.
Well, I mean, if you're a fan of Madhouse and stuff like that, this is their earliest work and stuff, and you can see the influence just layer into even their recent stuff. It's like, again, good example, the Highlander Search for Vengeance movie. The main bad guy in that one looks like our homeboy in this movie.
Yeah.
Very Sting-esque and stuff, got the hair and stuff. I was like, this looks like reused animation.
What are they fighting about, D? Well, good and
universe,
evil. That crap, and...
Dude takes his arm and leg getting cut off like a champ.
Yeah, I mean,
both his arm and leg get cut off. That's crazy.
As he sits there on the roof bleeding out like, well, I failed you, son, and my wooden sword goes down underneath the hole there, and I'm just bleeding.
Right, first off, there was no hole down there. We know there's a hole down there, but the audience don't know there's a hole
so
down there.
We needed to see his wooden boken that's all glowed up like he has the glow and shit go into the hole. Because he lost it.
I didn't see it go into the hole. He just dropped it.
No,
he just lost it and it fell into this crevasse.
You know what he did? He had that look on his face like when you have like a bottle of liquor and it falls to the ground and breaks and you just have that like lost look like, oh, shit.
Actually, that's how I looked the day when my son had like a hot dog on a plate, and the hot dog fell off the plate and fell right into the dirt. It's like it's gone. It's not.
Not even a 5-second rule, dude.
Nah,
because dude, it's a hot dog. That shit rolls,
and it's juicy, and it falls right in the dirt. There's nothing you can do about it, man.
It is absorbed, dog. That is like a sponge hitting mud. It absorbs everything on first contact.
So the hot dog thing only works. That 5-second rule for hot dogs only works when you're in the house, basically. Is that what you're saying?
And that's after the floor's been cleaned.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got clean floor.
Time for D to be ghetto as hell. Shit, nigga, if I got a sink right there, 7-second rule.
Just wash that shit off. He gets his arm and leg cut off, and I'm like, that must have been perfectly soldered off, when he got cut, because no fucking blood splatter, spewing out of his arm and leg when he got cut. And I was like, oh.
Well, there was a heat beam that did cut through his limb, so maybe it automatically cauterized.
Yeah, cauterized. Yeah, that's probably what happened and stuff. But he did, he's just laying on the roof, and the dude's gloating like, I got the power of the demons, and he's just like, just kill me, man. I can't.
And let's also acknowledge the fact that these are actually two best friends.
Of course they are, because anime.
Oh yeah.
And because one decided I'm going to get possessed by the demon world, in order to gain the powers of evil. And I'm going to use it to summon up more demons to conquer the world. Only thing missing from this was, and I'm your half brother. Dun, dun, dun. That's the only thing I was missing. We would have needed a girl from back in the day to show and say, "Stop! You guys are friends. Why are you fighting?"
I think the one thing that you're probably asking yourself. So what happened? Did he get the Dark Hado or some shit? Basically, I like what happens because the movie doesn't explain nothing to you what happens and I mean that when I say that the plot doesn't talk back to the audience, it really doesn't a lot. Basically, what happened was because of that battle, that section of Tokyo, Shinjuku, is now like a demilitarized zone.
It's like District B13 without the fucking wall.
It is like straight up nuclear fallout happening in that section of the city. There are buildings bent over and all the rest of it. And you're probably asking yourself, so does anybody go to that section of the city? Apparently, but that's for later.
People are still, some people in it, the quote unquote criminal scum, they're still in that city, even though it's completely decimated. It's supposedly that whole city of Shinjuku has been blocked off.
And that's my thing. So let me get this straight. So with all this going down, they said this, that the police that scientists try to go in to see what happened. All of them went disappearing, and all the police tried to get all the criminals out. They all died. So the only people that are still living in there are criminals. I have one question on Remy Ra. What are you getting from the criminals? You pretty much brought hell to earth. What do you need money for?
I know, right?
I don't get it. Why keep the Yakuza alive? That's the only question I have. Why you keeping the Yakuza alive?
Here's the thing. In Shinjuku, they treat Shinjuku like it's the fucking ghetto, basically. It's like, hey, fuck it. They treat it like it's fucking Seat Pleasant and shit. It's like, do you want to live in
Shinjuku? Have you been to Shinjuku, my nigga?
No, I'm just saying.
No. Let's hear from the dude that's in the motherland right now talk about it.
What's bad about Please enlighten us on this, because maybe hey.
Shinjuku it ain't necessarily the hood, but ain't that the hood with money?
And it's like the hood with money. I mean, when you walk through it, it could be like walking through Times Square, but then you just happen to hit that one corner, and you go down Kabukicho, and holy shit, walk, shit gets real.
So basically, it's like,
hold up. So what you're telling me, nigga, is that I'm sorry. What does the ghetto in Japan look like? You're gonna have to explain that to me.
Okay, all right. Ghetto Japan, it's different. See, what they consider ghetto here is completely not even related to how we view ghettos in America.
Clearly.
Yeah, because a ghetto in Japan could be like a nice ass neighborhood to us.
God damn, man. I'm very sad by it. I'm expecting like the gutter, like I'm gonna go in there, I might get shot.
You will get robbed, because a friend of mine, he got robbed. He fell asleep in some to Tokyo, and he got his wallet and a busted phone taken from him. However, there was an upside to this. The thief was kind enough to lead him. To leave his train pass.
Well, first off, that's all. See, you couldn't do that here because motherfuckers will steal your goddamn Metro pass, your fucking Metro card and shit, and you just shit out of luck.
See right there, you were actually just right, because nigga will rob me. He's like, man, give me your money, dude. I got $10 in a Metro card. Is that all you want, man? I mean, what? Do you want the card or not, man? How much money? How much money? I don't know, like $7. All right, I take that shit.
which since Metro went up on prices, hey nigga, that's a one-way trip, dog. You ain't coming back, nigga.
You know what, dog? Man, yeah, look, nigga, I'm sorry, man. Look, rob one of the white people that got money around here. Yeah, man, I tried to, but they cops too quick. Man, dog, look, nigga, I understand, man. It's hard out here. Man, look, nigga, can you at least give me like $10? Can you give me like $2-3? Man, I got you, my nigga. Man, put the gun down, dog. I got you, man. It's all good, man. My nigga, yeah, all right, man. Peace.
Japan is very nice. All I'm saying is this: that robber is very nice. That's all I'm saying.
No, there is an alley. There's an alley that is called. I mean, you can look it up on Google Maps. Go to Google Maps and type in Piss Alley.
Piss Alley. This is real. You ain't fucking with us.
I am not bullshitting you. It's a real place.
Piss Alley. Okay, all right? If Piss Alley doesn't contain hookers, piss, or kuza, I will be ashamed of you.
I will tell you that it contains graffiti.
Holy shit, he ain't fucking lying. I'm looking at pictures now. God damn.
Yeah, that's Piss Alley.
This is like something straight out of the fucking Yakuza games. No bullshit. I'm not even kidding. I could have sworn my character went in the alley and got into a couple of fights.
In fact, just to be really real here, you could say that the whole setting inside Demon City Shinjuku is in Piss Alley.
Probably is. That whole city probably is.
Just imagine,
Piss Alley.
because Piss Alley, it's not. Trust me, it's a small section in Shinjuku. But just imagine in Demon City Shinjuku, all of Shinjuku was Piss Alley.
We got one listener that's probably like from like Philly or something. Like, ain't fucking with Broad Street though.
No bullshit.
We got one listener.
Like had the motherfuckers come to Broad Street and see what's up.
Man, we got our DC listener, and he's probably over there like, ain't fucking with the South Side though.
ain't fucking with Berry Farms, but whatever.
You ain't gonna come to the farms with that shit. I bet not. It's like, nigga, this. To me, I like how black people get offended where there's a ghetto more ghetto than theirs, and then they gotta flex with the ghetto.
Listen, man. Sue's describing the ghettos in Japan, and again, I guarantee we got some listeners that, for at least this area, is just like. That ain't shit. Because I think our expectations of the ghettos, we think is universal around the whole world. And just to hear that from Japan, wow, that is like the nicest ghetto area ever. I mean, they still rob you, but this is...
See, that's kind of funny that you said that. You thought it like all the same. Nah. I learned that ghetto means something different in every city, in every country of the world, because what's ghetto in Nigeria, you ain't ready for it. We're not ready for what's ghetto out there, son. That is a whole different breed of ghetto.
Nigeria looks like they have child soldiers with AKs cap your ass, son,
and shit. And then just real talk. Then you talk about what about the ghetto in Kingston, nigga. But then again, here's Eris. Please, nigga, I've been to Opalaka. Please, I know how the hood look like in Jamaica.
Apparently, they have a world president set up in place. He's going to sit there and attack the world president with plants because fuck it.
And here's the funny thing: the way we see this scene set up is that we finally meet our main star, Kyoya. Kyoya is every typical anime lead in the 1980s. That's the best way you can say it.
Eating ramen and chilling.
Like he is 1980s Kyo Kusanagi.
Yo, he walks in there, flirts with the horrible dubbed girl that's behind
that waitress with the super thick Southern accent. After this happened right after Kyoya like tries to grab her ass, like smacks her ass cheek, right? And I found out who that voice actress was. Think 1989 Batman. The flashback where Bruce Wayne sees his parents murdered.
That's
the one
his
who
mom?
played, yeah, his mom. That's who played that voice. Wow. Sharon Holm. She played. So not only did she play that voice, she also plays the old woman in Demon City Shinjuku who will show up later. God, what else did she do? She's actually done like a lot of voice work. Oh yeah, she actually plays Angel in the Angel Cop.
You see Kiyoya, he sits down, he sees the president. Well, I don't even think it was the world president. Was it like the Japanese president?
They said he's the world president because that's another thing. The movie doesn't really explain it, but we're led to assume since the shit happened in Shinjuku, they kind of formed this one president of the world because what happens in Shinjuku does.
Again, this is what Kawajiri does. It's the demon world and the real wing at peace. It's weird, man.
It's at peace, but it's like
he did the same thing. He actually did the same thing in Wicked City, where there's a lot of backstory, and they kind of just like briefly talk about it. In this one, they barely talk about it.
But my issue with it is like we never get the full scope because it's like is the world or is it just Tokyo just dealing with this shit? That's
It's
my
the
problem.
world. This is the world, like the world president. He's put in place to uphold world peace. So this is one guy. Like why this president gets attacked. He gets attacked with these cursed plants because because his old master was Agni Rai. He's protector of this president, and he has to keep him occupied so that he wouldn't come after him as he's trying to conquer the world.
Wow.
Here's my thing that doesn't make any sense because there's two for that one. Mm-hmm. When Kiyoya is seeing all this on television, and this and as the president is walking out, you hear Kiyoya like, "Wait a minute, no!" And he yells at the TV, "Don't!" Here's me. I don't think he can hear you, Kiyoya. He just yells at the TV.
It's like a black person at a theater where you're all like, "No, don't go in there."
Also, there's this. Also, he sees his daughter, Sayaka, and Sayaka, he sees her like, "Ooh, she's pretty." I'm like, "Wow!" Like, wow. I hope you don't get to halfway bang her by the end of this movie. And I just roll my eyes because we already know where this is going.
Yeah, clearly.
But it still gives me like he yells at. I'm like, so we're sitting here like, so what now? It just goes to the next scene with Kiyoya teaching some kids how to swing their swords. I mean their boken staffs the right way in class. And I'm like, so
then class is finished.
It's like this. Here's me. What about the president?
We'll get back to that in a minute.
But here's me again. And once again, here's me. But he got wrapped up on national television.
We'll get back to that in a minute.
People around the world see this.
God damn it, we're getting back to that in a minute.
It really felt like that. I hated that. So Kiyoya is like, doing his usual. All right, man, I'm about to go home and watch me Wheel of Fortune. Gonna wash my ass. Finna be a breeze, my nigga. And then all of a sudden, Yoda shows up.
See, D is not bullshitting because this motherfucker is literally floating in the air with his Jedi fucking usage and stuff like that. Just like, hey, dog, shit's going down. You got your father's powers, so you basically have to help.
Yeah, Master, like AKA Master Rai. Master Rai shows up and tells him.
Master Rai shows up and backs up a Cherokee the ass style booty up on us and unloads all this exposition where we're like, wait a minute, wait, what? Wait, when did that happen? Wait a minute, he didn't know that his father that way? Wait a minute, but he...
To give this, all right, just to give credit, this anime was written by a completely different person. So, like the same person who wrote manga and the novel didn't write this OVA.
And that's fine. That's fine. That's fine and fair enough. That happens all the time. That actually really does happen.
Kyoyo's father and Rebbe Ra fighting. It doesn't even start off with that. It actually starts off with Shinjuku being. And then you see the change where the demons come in and take over.
Hey man, they wouldn't let us do this in Harajuku, so we're gonna do it over here in Shinjuku.
Basically, I mean, it's just, they just roll up in there. Which, I mean, I guess I get it for the anime. You got to have some sort of like the face of evil and stuff, and if it has to be Remy Ma, fuck, I guess fine,
So,
man.
So the thing that I find funny is you're supposed to be this swordsman kid, but yet you cannot understand the fact that you are attacking an projection.
Oh my gosh! And I like how he's like, that's like understand that you are using Nimpo. You understand, you know that this power is real. I do I? It's like you didn't know that. Wait a minute, did you even know anything about your dad? It's like Master Rise explaining shit to him that is surprising him. And then the second he hears it, he has all the confidence in the world. And it's like, yo, wait a minute. Imagine if Goku was told, you can do the Kaioken. Okay, can I do it right now? Well, no, dog. You got to kind of build to that shit.
You gotta crawl before you walk, dog. So, nah.
Oh, man. Kyoya hears that. Like, shit, all right. So, what I feel?
Actually, it was more, instead of him saying, oh, who do I got to go after? Instead, it's not my problem. But you don't want to avenge, you don't want to avenge your father. You don't want to, take up the responsibility that he took to save the world. And what his response to that? Fuck yourself, old man.
I love that response. Like, fuck yourself, old man. You understand? My dad left my mom when I was 2 years old, man. That nigga ain't never showed no love to me. Come on, man. I wanted the Ghostbusters, man. He ain't give me that shit. Cheap ass nigga.
You know what? And folks, they ain't lying, man. That's the character. It's like, he knows all these things from his father, and he has his power, but he's just like, why should I? Like, you gotta tell. I'd be one thing if he said, hey, the fate of the world is on your shoulders, but then you drop the father thing, and then he's like, you know what, man? I don't even fucking care anymore. Now you saying my dad's part of this? Nah, fuck this. Mm-mm.
I'm done. Like we good. We good.
So you probably ask yourself, so all right, he has no motivation to go into Shinjuku now. So everybody loves a winner? Nah, we didn't have the whole reason why he gets up and goes anywhere show up in this movie. That's when we finally meet the president's daughter, Ayaka.
Who we just happen to run into by plot convenience.
Plot convenience. Oh yeah, speaking of which, just gonna put it out there. Are you guys tired of seeing females who are useless and want them to die? I have one tiny problem to tell you guys. It's a thing called plot armor, and plot armor usually attaches themselves to females a lot more than a lot of people think. We talked about it not too long ago about females in mafia movies. We said like, oh, if you're the mobster's mistress, oh, you're going to jail. But if you're the mobster's wife, you're protected.
She tries to convince him to go to Demon City, and he tells her, "No, I'm not going in there. Are you crazy? Like, have you seen what it's like in there? Nah, I'm not going there."
Also, why you come here?
It's like you came out here to look for me, and he's like, so you came out here just to find me. I'm like, dude, you should be happy right now because you were just talking about you wanted to see her.
Yeah, when you just saying like, oh man, I like to bone that. Did you just say that?
So he decides, nah, I'm going home. I'm gonna go home, and you should honestly forget about this whole thing. So she says, well, I'm sorry to trouble you. I'll go by myself. Are you crazy? Like, you're gonna get robbed or possibly killed. It's okay. I'm a very good runner.
First off, I'm mad that he said robbed, though somehow in the Demon City Shinjuku, the demons are gonna be more concerned of like, hey, run them fucking coins, my nigga.
Actually, as far as about 12 hours earlier, he didn't know that demons existed in that part of the city. So, yeah.
I mean, the fact that she said, I'm going to Shinjuku, and he automatically said, no, don't go there.
Girl, you better not go on that side. You a white girl going on the south side. You better not. What are you doing?
I care about your little white girl behind.
So she goes. She walked. That was a hell of a trek that she took just to go there.
Yo, I would love to see the taxi driver that dropped her ass off right in front of Shinjuku and just bawled out.
And that's the thing. I guarantee. And that's she did not take a taxi. She literally hoofed it over there in flats.
In flats, my nigga. Now I was looking at the movie. I was like, so there's like no police tape, no big ass like sign with somebody's blood on the front saying "Don't enter." It's just fog going into Shinjuku. Holy crap!
Like, all right, and I like how she had that look on her face, like, all right, let's do it. She walks in.
There's ominous fog everywhere, but I think I will still walk in.
Because I can.
God.
Like, let's do this. She walks inside, and
that Japanese white privilege, man.
Man, no bullshit, man. That's peak fucking white privilege right there. When you feel you can just go in anywhere and it's just gonna save you. It's like, yeah, your privilege is not gonna save you there, dog.
Yo,
so she walks in to find the one. You know what? I want to say she just happened to walk in the piss alley, because this is one of those tight ass corner, like one of those little corner bars where you pull up a stool, you sit down and have a drink. It's only about maybe 3 or 4 bar stools, and she meets this one guy, and she asks about Rebby Ra, and she's like, I'm sorry if I wasted your time. No one knows anything. And so we get Mr. Obvious I'm a bad guy, to say, I know him. I can take you to him. Really? Oh, I would very much appreciate that. I'm like, you are so wonderfully British for a Japanese woman.
Here's me. You're going to get raped. You're so going to get raped.
So she follows him follows him down the alley, which she should have booked it out of there a long ass time ago, but too late. But it's too late. We get introduced to what is it? Like, we get introduced to big guy with weapons, and of course short and crazy loud guy weapons. You know, the classic bad guy trio trope of anime.
Don't get too attached, everybody, because eventually they don't last long anyway. Because Kiyoya just said, "Nah, I'm protecting that shit." Why?
I don't know. I just came back.
His motivation is kind of because we know he's going to be the hero of this. His motivation at this point is kind of like, I don't know, man.
Maybe I guess
kind of like he just falls into it.
Like, man, what? Like, why you protected? Like why? So why you come back and protect it? I don't know, man. No, why you protected? He looked both ways. I'm trying to hit that. For real? Nigga, you was like, look, man, I'm sorry, man. She fly.
Can't help it. I can't help it, man.
So he tries. So he takes out these guys with ease. And
I mean, pretty good.
I mean, zero effort. Seriously, zero effort was taken to beat these guys. Takes them out, literally, like one hit. He strong arms the dude to give him the information. He's like, now, why don't you give us the information on where Rebby Ra is? And he's like, I don't know anything. Oh, wait, okay, don't stab me with your boken. Yeah, he was about to stab him with the boken.
Not any boken, a spiritual boken.
Yeah, a spiritual boken. He tells him to go to Kabuki Cho. It's a woman who has all the information and knows everything about everything that's going on in Shinjuku. And he's like, if anyone knows anything about him, it's her. Okay, appreciate it. Judo chop.
I like how he judo chopped him, because to me, it's like, that nigga ain't knocked out. He just wanted you to get out of his face. Oh, I'm dead.
And I like how she acts like damsel in distress, saying, oh my God, thank you. Like, I'm so glad you came to rescue me. So, I could have just went home and let you get raped by these guys.
Why didn't you?
But the fact that he said that made me look at him like, but then again, wouldn't that make you look like the asshole?
I mean, yeah, it would, but it was like, why didn't you let her? And it's like, you get quiet, and it's like everybody loves a winner at that point to me, because it's like you have no excuse.
Well, to his credit, at least he kept the dude alive, because any asshole person would have just killed him and stuff, so hey,
Dude, what was he going to kill with that boken? What was he going to do with that boken? Hit him so hard he gives him a concussion? What is he going to do with that thing?
Hey, I don't know. I mean,
I don't. I think now. Hold on, that is a good question. We all seen the real ones. That thing can't crack nobody's skull. Can
it's very possible.
could.
Enough force.
It is possible.
enough
I
force?
do.
Yeah.
No, because I own a Boken, and with enough force behind it, you can fuck somebody up with it.
But that being said, if I think you go up somebody's head, if you go up somebody's head with that thing strong enough, I think it will break it. But whatever. No big deal.
But our homeboy,
but
that judo chop though, he gets eaten up.
Yeah, because this is a Kawajiri staple. The whole everything beneath you is like and you get sucked in. Last time me and Eric saw this, we got very creepy, but at the same time, me and Eric said the same thing. So this was kind of hot, wasn't it? A little bit, D. Because last time, man, that happened in Wicked City, man. We was like, oh snap! And it was like, wait a minute, is she getting? Yes, she is. She's getting done up, D. Huh? You're not touching yourself, are you? Not no more. No.
Not anymore.
Old lady, because of course it's an old lady that's like that's 2 foot nothing.
Gotta be real about this. This seems like a staple of any old school anime where you have to have an old lady that is like this. It's kind of like the shit from Poltergeist. It's like I'm expecting her to just pop up in this man movie for no reason.
Now, this is really weird because she's like, I'll help you. But you know what, guys? If we keep asking questions like this, we're going to keep getting stuck.
It's going to be a progressive thing where it just happens, where it's just like, you're going to keep asking questions, aren't we? You're going to keep doing that? All right, cool.
You know what? We're not going to go nowhere. So we're going to have to give our... I think what makes it it's kind of funny because when she gets the money from Sayaka, she opens up a laser disc tray. She puts it in I think it was a laser disc tray. It could have been.
It was a laser disc.
But she puts it in there. It closes, right? It's like, give me one moment in television. And all of a sudden, we didn't hear no footsteps or nothing. Kiyoya just has the same type of, he can sense power levels like he's Goku. And he looks out the window and she's running out.
Not even sensing power levels. It was more like, I have the detection skills of Daredevil. I can tell she's running. She's making a break for it.
I mean, like, how did you know? You didn't hear no footsteps. You didn't hear her coughing. She never said, "Oh, sweet." But anyway, so she runs so they run out. He chases her, and he finally catches her, right? And then she says the line that makes me say, "Then why did you do that in the first place?" He says, "It's better that we over here anyway. Like better so we can talk. It's a little better that we over here anyway, so that we can talk." Then why did you just tell him that? Then she info dumps on everything that's going down in Shinjuku. We already talked about it, the cops and like the scientists and everybody trying to come over there. Also, did she mention that they dropped a nuke on Shinjuku?
No, she didn't do that. She didn't mention that. We're getting to that. We're getting
to that action.
But we see her get snatched away. We see her get snatched up by Shadow Monster, AKA what I like to call what is it? I want to call him Tasai Beta 0.2.
I like to call him actually is what I actually like to call him is freaking hybrid boss from Gears of War and yo, man, that dude had he was like every Kawajiri monster ever made. Spike hands and like a mouth in the middle of his chest. What was this?
Kawajiri likes his spikes. I give him that much. It's consistent.
What we got first was away from it, and then we run into a scrappy young urbanite by the name of Chibi.
Man, you said urbanite like he's some black person that's just like this young urban youth.
Oh no. Because we can call him an urbanite because for some reason in the middle of Shinjuku, Chibi is from the east side of LA.
Yeah, he's from East LA.
So you know what, man? You guys said the proper word. He's like Cheech Marin in that other movie, Born in East LA.
Yeah.
Think about that. But
clearly.
He did. He did have a little bit like if you want to live, you got to follow me. It's like yo, nigga, just say your Carol Taco Bell and roll out, dude. You ain't get it.
Hey guys, we can ease up on the Hispanic accent here. Just chill.
So not only do they get chased down to the subway, and he's still trying to get a. Now hold on, didn't he take something from him? And they was chasing him or something?
No. He was trying to give them. He was telling them he was saying, "Hey, you guys trying to escape? Follow me." That's where they got out through him. They managed to get away, for the moment. But then that's when they had to at of all places, the only functioning love hotel in Tokyo.
You want to explain to the folks what a love hotel is? Because I don't know if you've ever explained it on this show ever.
Oh, we already did actually.
I'm about to say, I know I did.
In fact, actually, we did. In fact, it was on the Kawajiri
it was on Wicked City.
We talked about it on Wicked City. Eric talked about Soapland, and he also talked about how some of the karaoke spots you can get your dick sucked.
Well, now, Tokyo, here I come.
I'm just saying, man. What the hell has been taking y'all so long?
Nah,
nigga, I'm married, but
I don't mean just you. I don't mean you, D. D. I don't mean just you. But I'm saying I'm looking over here, CJ. Like, so, bruh, we gonna come out here, man.
When you gonna come out here and get when you gonna come out here and get these B cups, man?
You know what I'm saying?
What I'm saying is, you just need to tell me how to say what that mouth do in Japanese, and I'm straight. Why does Chris say that? And then he leaves the room. Why you looking all mad, nigga? I shouldn't have asked that question. I'm upset now. This whole country can go to hell, Eris. I really would. I probably would be pissed. I was like, son of a bitch. That's not what I was going for.
Chris would leave the room with his glasses off, upset, frustrated. No, the train back home. Can't believe this shit, man. What? I bust a nut for no reason.
No reason.
Chris would sit there and lament, like, yo, I can't believe this just happened. That was 15 minutes of my life. I could have been playing a video game. I could have bought a scratch off. I played lottery at least.
And then CJ, you ended with your line. So stupid. So dumb.
Just like upset, just like really upset. Like I done made the worst. It's not even a worst. It ain't like it's like the worst mistake in my life. It's more on the same level as when you leave the grocery store and you only told yourself you was only going to spend $70 and you leave and you spent like $180. It's on that same level.
Like it might be the equivalent of a person getting like one of those escorts or whatever that you probably might see on those little Craigslist or Backpage and stuff, and you're thinking you pay for that hour thinking it's gonna be the best thing ever, and then all of a sudden you just what the final result is, and you're just like, what the fuck, man? I paid $100 for what?
Dude, it reminds me of this no bull crap, and I will get to the story, but to get back to the story, but this chick. This chick I work with, right? She's like, well, I was in the club and I got a lap dance from Pinky, and I was mad as shit. This bitch only rubbed up on me like for 2 seconds and rolled out. I spent $155.
Nigga, first off, if she did that shit, I'd be like, hey, Pinky, get your ass back here. First off, am I getting a blowjob for this? What's up?
It's like, if I getting a blowjob for this, I mean, something.
See, Chris. Pinky has set prices, you know, and even though we can sit here and debate if those prices are good, I got to be honest with you. She's a businesswoman, so I got to give her.
Can't knock the hustle.
Speaking of hustle, our boy from the hood, our hapless hero against a monster with a fucking goddamn grenade. Where the fuck this kid get a grenade from? I don't know.
Well, before he did that,
was like, now I'm pretty sure that they robbed the whole people robbed the gun store day one. Where?
I'm pretty sure Yakuza took all the guns from the gun store. Come on now.
I'm pretty sure they all got wiped out, man. It's fucking demons. Because you want to know why that shit wouldn't work? Here's why that shit worked. Because we get the exposition from our boy, like we get the exposition from Cheech Marin over here about they tried everything. He's the Japanese government, the military. They've even fired nuclear weapons at him, but they don't die.
Here's my question. All right, and then this is the question that I had to ask. Okay. Stop. Slow up. Bring it back. Are you telling me that this place is nuclear?
that we're walking through. We're walking. It seemed like nuclear fallout for the last 10 years.
Oh my gosh! Even if it is nuclear, like, I'm like, okay, D, the fallout's probably not that big. I'm like, bullshit. It is. All of Tokyo, Shinjuku, all of it should be nothing but radiation leaking everywhere. What is going on? You mean to tell me they got these mini nukes that don't do nothing? That only just mess up the block? Like, yo,
I mean, a cruise missile, like a cruise missile, a tomahawk, or something, a nuke. Y'all went 0 to 100 in that case.
It makes me think that Kiyoya, when the second Kiyoya hits that, they're like, oh snap. So what you're telling me is that if I bang Shorty over here, she ain't gonna get pregnant.
Some of my sperms are done.
Look right there, right there. Look, I know what some of the listeners saying to themselves, like, really, D? Don't look at me. He's the one that started it. He's the one that saw off the break and said, "Oh, I'm in love."
No, we are going off of the English dub here. See, when I go to the Love Hotel, first of all, Chibi's got to run his hustle, and that is, oh, you want to stay here? Yeah, you're gonna have to run them run them ducats, make them cash. Give me something. Again, what is with the currency? What is with the money? What does it do in a completely abandoned and destroyed city? What good is money?
Because I got
you guys never leave. You never leave Shinjuku. Exactly. What are you gonna do with it?
Exactly, because I got a feeling if you Shinjuku, there's at least 4 dudes from the military seeing you walk out that's gonna plug you right in the head when you come out. So of course Sayaka, being the good-natured one, she's like, you know what? Take my ring, and it's not just any ring. He knows what it is off the break. Like, he knows that thing has a laser shooter, like, embedded in it. And he's like, damn, these things are really rare. We don't get these anymore. Really. When you said that, we're like, these things are really rare and really science fiction too.
Yeah.
It's like the gun from fucking Blade Runner and stuff. It's like legendary.
No bullcrap. It's like, no, that ain't real.
Now, hold on. Now, you know what I liked about it? I like how he got excited about getting the ring. Now, if I was there, I would have said, "Hey, Chibi, would you like to see how effective that shit was?" Let's go back to her getting. Let's go back to her getting attempted raped, right? And he decided to point her ring at Mr. Boss nigga, and she shoots the laser. It just tore the shoulder of his jacket. It caused no pain, nothing.
So in other words, you might as well spit. You might as well spit in your enemy's eye. That's as much. It will do as much damage, man.
So he's like, yeah, it'll do. It's a start. Again, so stereotypical, man. The stereotypical racism is really killing me inside.
Man, are you really shocked at this point?
I'm not shocked that it's no, like CJ, I'm not shocked. It's the character, the voice that they went with for Chibi is so deliciously racist. He gives them a room. Not gonna lie, for a place to be destroyed by demons and nuclear weapons, the room managed to hold up pretty good.
Not bad.
I'll be honest with you, man. The paint ain't peeling off the wall.
The paint ain't peeling off. The lights still work. Go and take the Boy Scout route. Like, God, she did give me the okay to sleep next to her, but even if I did, I won't be able to control myself, and I'll end up fucking her stupid. So, yeah, let me just go ahead and slide off of this bed real quick and just sleep on the floor.
It's like I could go savage if I wanted to, but
she is the president's daughter. I could raw dog that, but no.
1 hour passes. I'm jerking off.
It's like, I mean,
you can't take it no more.
I mean, now it's a case of, do I jerk off in front of her or do I just leave the room? What do I do?
Ew, in front of her, of course.
Now, before all this had happened, they did run into the other demon, and that's when we got our first glimpse of Kiyoya using Nimpo.
Yeah, very effectively.
And that was on the train tracks, which goes back to what you said earlier. He used the grenade. I mean, freaking Chibi used the grenade after his 3-headed dog got murdered.
Listen,
now here's the thing that got me with that. That not only did he use a grenade, not Not only did he use a grenade, not only did he get sliced with I guess the Nimpo glow, and on top of that, the nigga touched the third rail. I said overkill. All of that was overkill.
Oh, and they ran it over with the fucking train. Just to give us
remember
the idea.
No, hold on. He got slammed into the wall. He got slammed to the dead end wall by the train.
Yeah.
It's like
I was like, overkill. All of that was just overkill. Holy shit.
I'm sorry, the grenade
well, then again, it goes right back.
Is what set me off, though. I was like, really? So we just okay, cool.
It goes right back. No, but it goes right back to to what Chibi said earlier. They use nuclear weapons, but it had no effect on them, so they don't die. But Nimpo, third rail, grenade, that takes them out.
Grenade in the mouth, by the way. So
grenade. Understand. I'm sorry, even with the grenade in the mouth and the sword slicing through him to explode, that took him out. Nuclear weapons, plot convenience.
Fuck your nuke. We do this over here, dog.
Gotta say, man, all it took was 5,000 volts of electricity.
So the next day they leave the hotel and they decide to head to the Black Tower. They head to they decide to head to Alcon's Black Tower to find Rebbe Ra, and we get a hallucination here. So we meet our second boss. We meet the second boss from stage 2, where it's actually the floating heads from Doom.
Yeah.
And Kyoya gets pulled into the water.
And I like how that started. And it all started because I was going to call him Chi-Chi.
Chi-Chi.
Hey, man, you got the job, man.
God, he was Chi-Chi.
He was. Anyway, but it started with him because he was approached in his dream to take something from Kyoya. Actually, was he?
Yeah,
no,
it was to take his book, and
yeah, he got dragged in the water. Now this whole scene was not intense at all, but it made me say, okay, how long is Kyoya holding his breath? Anytime I see this in anime, I always ask that one question: how long have you been holding your breath? So he said all of the floating heads, and he's about to swim back up top, and then of course one more flies out of nowhere and grabs him and brings him back in the water. Then that's when Sayaka just jumps in the water and saves him, which makes me say, like, okay, so how does she know she can hop in that water with him?
Yeah, I mean, it's like we just all of a sudden miraculously figured it out.
You would think that the demons made that like a one-way door. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna drag him in the water, but you can't follow him. You think it would be like that?
Well, after all the demons get killed, you do see every single puddle just shoot up like a damn geyser.
Yeah, that was kind of I won't say cool, but it was like, all right, I think he's dead.
Yeah, we got that right there. That's your death confirmation right there. Now, the thing that I wanted to know is, who would have thought that sometime later, Kawajiri would make Ninja Scroll and recreate that same underwater fight?
Because he reuses everything.
The exact same thing. I was like, you know what? The only thing that's missing right now is some asexual guy. Hey, here he comes. Next person,
the long-haired badass who watches them from afar.
Yeah, that's Mephisto. And you saying, well, what's his background with Kyoya? I'll be glad to tell you. I don't know. God, you want to talk about? Apparently, he knows Kyoya and he knows his power and knew his dad, but he's also. They don't tell you jack.
Here's my thing. Here's my problem. If your name is Mephisto, you kind of be looking at Remy Ma, kind of like, "Hey, dog, you're encroaching in my territory here." So I'm gonna
exactly. I'm like, wait a minute, is his name Mephisto? Wait a minute, that means he's Satan. Wait a minute, is he? Was this just, or did Kawajiri just open up a book and say, "Hey, that's a cool name." What the?
Look.
Well, Kawajiri wanted to give us his early design of the blind samurai demon who fights Jubei. So this is the early design.
Well, I mean,
Mephisto.
here's the thing. It's like in Marvel Comics, right? Dormammu will cross paths with Mephisto, and even Dormammu knows, oh shit, that's Mephisto. Let me back the fuck off and back goddamn way. Stay my goddamn lane.
You know what it really was? This is what happens when you have Japanese people trying to understand Judeo-Christian themes. And you probably say, wait a minute, I think the Japanese understand it well enough. Really? look at Evangelion. Tell me that again.
Basically.
Because the Japanese have a weird way of trying to really show evil. Like, they'll get Satan in certain themes,
you can't
right?
fuck up Satan no matter what you are. So that's all.
You know what? I'm gonna either. I want to say this is. I wanted to say, well, this is probably just a weird translation. Nope. No, it's not. That's his name in Japanese. So I have no idea. And you probably asking yourself, oh man, is he gonna do something cool? No, he isn't. Trust me. No, he isn't. The one scene he is given to do some type of fighting is not even interesting.
Yeah, he actually takes on a demon that doesn't even have the pleasure of facing Kyoya.
Not even at all, man. She was supposed to be some slut demon, and of course
it was like a slut snake demon.
Yeah, and because it's a Kawajiri anime, all of us are thinking the same thing. Oh snap! She's gonna tie Kyoto to bed. She's gonna ride that nigga to death and try to kill him. None of that. None of it happened.
Nah, instead she shows up. And Mephisto notices her and says, like, are you looking for a good time, I see. And so
what a line did you say to a prostitute looking for a good time, sweetie?
Well, she did have that look too, and I think she said something similar because she was like, yeah, actually, I am. So they meet in the they're standing in front of a pool table, and right there she approaches him like she wants the D, and as soon as he's getting ready to go in for it, of course, boom, snake, her true self is revealed as the snake demon, and
because of course.
And let's also count out his weaponry. He's got his 3 blades that he tosses at her, and not one of them touches her.
Not near one.
And
that disappoints me a lot, honestly. That really did.
And so after she coils this dude up, right? And she's like, you won't be able to get out of this. I'm thinking, how is he going to get out of this situation? Oh wait, he's got the power of Deus Ex Machina. He's next to a bar. He grabs, he notices that her mouth, she has sulfuric acid, and so he takes alcohol and makes her deep throat the bottle, and says, "I wonder what happens if you mix spirits with sulfuric acid." There's the reaction. Hops and explosion.
Sound like that shit from Matthew McConaughey that me and D joke about with the chicken shit. That's what it looks like. The equivalent.
Nah, this was not on that. This was pretty much on the same level. Imagine the Cyberman grabbing Yamcha and blowing up. Instead of Yamcha dying, the Cyberman died and Yamcha just walked it off like it was nothing. That's kind of what happened.
Oh, you mean kind of like how Chaozu tried to blow himself up to take out Nappa, and Nappa walked away.
Actually, that's a better example.
I'm gonna take him to the next real TN. Don't do it, Chaozu. And nothing.
Chaozu, no!
It's like he did all that for nothing.
Just a side note, I'm surprised there was nobody on the Z team that should have looked at Chaozu and be like, you had no fucking business to be on the goddamn battlefield. What are you doing?
Piccolo said that.
Because Piccolo's a real nigga. Piccolo's a real nigga, alright? He's the only one that knew what's up.
Piccolo, all right, let's see what we got here. What's up, man? Hey, what's up, man? Like, useless. My name's Yamcha. Whatever, nigga. Like useless number 2. I'm Krillin. Like useless number 2. Hi Piccolo, how you doing, nigga? Gohan. Hey Piccolo. What's this white motherfucker doing out here? That's Chatsu. What's he doing out here? Really, what's his power level? None of y'all even know his power level, do you? TN, why are you little nigga out here?
Did he do any training?
Here's TN. Yes, he did. He did training with me. You training with me. Nigga, I don't even believe you.
I'm like, nigga, standing lines as your cheerleader does not count as training.
First off, they should have fucking put a call into the fucking crane leader where he's like, hey, did you know Chasu can't count? Get him off the battlefield right now.
Right there. Here's like right there. Like that doesn't make you doesn't even make any sense why this nigga even out. I give you a good. You know what? Better yet, hey, useless. Yamcha, whatever, nigga. Call that little cat you got because he'd be just as useful as this little nigga right here. Chatsu's ready to cry. What you gonna cry, nigga? Because you cry, you get to leave. Because I see one tear, you off the battlefield.
Winners
son.
Don't cry.
Like this is for the world, man. You mean to tell me ain't none of y'all look? If the nigga brought a gun, he be fine.
Brought a gun.
God.
I'm sorry, that was something I regret a little bit in the DBZ thing. I was like, we never mentioned this. Should have been a line where outside of Piccolo, somebody like, hey, fuck is you? What is your? It's like, what do you do? What exactly do you do? He's the guy from Office Space. He's like, well, I'm the middleman. I'm the guy that tells the other person how to do this. So
you know what happened, right? You know what happened as soon as he got in front of King Yama. Like, so what happened? It's like, well, so what happened to you? I blew myself up trying to defend Earth. Oh, damn, man, that's fucked up, homie. So did it work? Well, the dude took off his suit. See, you did something, man. You did something. Go on ahead, man.
Chasu basically got the participation trophy. It's like,
got a participation trophy, like I don't know what, man.
He got the Chasu got the at least you tried cake.
Chatsu pretty much got the little blue ribbon. Shot like a blue ribbon those kids get for getting on honor roll and a certificate to motherfucking Pizza Hut for one personal pay of pizza.
First off, that again, go to winners. Chasu is not a winner. He's the guy that got a B.
Wow.
First off, Chatsu's that person. He didn't get a 4.0. He got like a 3.25. I mean, yeah, we'll recognize you. You made the honor roll. Cool, fine, I guess. I mean,
Oh, I'm sorry. That hurt. That really hurt.
The fact that you just said that goes to winners. Chaozu's not a winner.
Ow! Oh, gosh, Negro, that is funny. Anyway,
now you remember how we got the giant info dump of exposition from Master Rai? Did we not also get some? We got some more info dumping from Mephisto, as he decided to give Kyoya the information on what's going on with the demons and why the president's why the president is being held up by these cursed plants.
Because Remy Ma owed me $350.
Speaking of 3, he tells him that you have 3 days to kill Rebbe Ra, or else the president dies.
Nice segue, by the way, sir. That came out of nowhere. You got 3 days. It's like, whoa, hold on.
Because remember, in 10 years I'm gonna unleash the demon world, and so apparently we're reaching that 10-year mark in 3 days by having him attack the president with cursed plants and keeping his old master occupied by trying to keep him alive.
Cursed plants of the non-raping variety, by the way.
So Kyoya has to find a way to get to Rebbe Ra and murder him before the 3 days. So now,
you gotta love how they just throw that in there, and our hero was just like, all right, I guess I got a goal now, and I can finally do
so. This. So the other thing that happens is they decide to go, they're going further into the city. They're getting closer, and then this is when we get another scene. It always seems it's like a video game. You traverse through one path, and then you come across that stage's boss. So Streets of Rage would be kind of badass as an anime, but he's through it And this time around, they get separated. Where, like the first time it happens, we see, he finds himself on a park bench, and then the second time around, Sayaka gets separated, and she decides to she finds this little girl, out in the middle of the field. Sorry,
which I can already smell as a trap anyway. What, just chilling in Shinjuku like it's nothing,
just standing there.
And if you see the way she looked, I think all three of us had the same reaction. Burn her alive, kill her with fire, shoot a gun at that girl. Is pure evil. If you seen the way she was animated, it was like, okay, she's either going to turn to a demon or it's going to be like something really fucked up. So burn her.
It feels
right
like a trap.
now.
It's like that joke in Blackish where a homeboy gets to the elevator and it's like the elevator and he just runs away. It's a trap, dog. Run, fucking run.
Like, it's a trap. Little girl. She's like, where's your mom? Like, let's try to find your mom. I'm like, yo, I don't think there's anything alive in the middle of this destroyed city.
That's why you know. Black people would never be in this type of movie, because the first sign of any bullshit is like, yeah, I think I'm gonna go. I'm out.
Man, the only thing that was set scene was 1, 2, Freddy's coming for
you. 3, 4.
So we see this wave of demonic energy flow out of this girl, and we're seeing the lost souls of everyone in what used to be a park. Now Kyoya, he wakes up from being stuck on this park bench and finds himself in the middle of Shinjuku during happy times. And there's a bunch of kids playing soccer. They're like, hey, you want to play with us? And, reminded me something out of Shenmue. Hey, mister, you want to play? And he decides to... And he walks into the white light.
Kyoya woke up. All you heard was, a lovely day, lovely day.
Lovely day.
Sayaka getting paper cuts to her arm and to her legs and stuff because the demon is shooting energy at her that are about to cyber cut.
Can I just say, paper cuts are fucking painful as shit, so I have to imagine that pain is ridiculous.
Yeah, because she's...
No, she didn't feel none of that, guys. Why? Because the power of plot armor made that. Because anybody else got shot with that would have freaking died. But because she's covered with the power of anime love and plot armor, she lived. That's why she didn't feel none of the pain.
And even Chibi is looking at her like, what are you doing? Like, don't go in there, man. What are you doing?
Chibi, dude, you're Spanish, dude. You brown. Why the fuck are you still there, dog? The second you saw a skull hop up, you shouldn't be like, oh, Dios mío, and be the hell out of there. You can't have a Spanish accent and not have no type of
Santa Maria.
Yeah, Santa Maria, and just run off. None of that. Dude, man.
I mean, she says, she was like, look, I'm sorry that, that's happened to you. She's trying to ease her way inside this demonic energy to get to this girl. And she tries to use power she has to stop this. And ironically, it actually worked, because this is actually one demon boss fight that Kyoya didn't do anything in.
Yeah.
The power of love saved the day.
And okay, this is where D and I actually get into where we kind of had a debate about which was better between Demon City Shinjuku or Wicked City. And I said just this scene alone, the scene after Sayaka broke through and managed to get the girl back to normal. We see her hug the girl, the music, the atmosphere, the flow, like the whole thing kind of hits you in the feels. Because you watch this girl die after the fact.
Jenna Cyber has ruined children dying in anime for me. So, no, now, not to be an asshole though, but I do agree. It's really actually, of all the fucking scenes in the movie, it's the best actually done scene in the movie.
Out of the whole movie, this was the best scene that was done.
Yeah.
Yeah, easily.
Because not only do you see you see Sayaka hugging a girl who reverts back to a skeleton and then nothing. I mean, just turns to dust. Then we see Kyoya, who we thought was holding. I thought he was holding a ball. Hell, he thought he was holding a ball. Come to find out, this dude was holding a damn skull.
Then the nigga crushes the skull, and then
out of anger.
And then he walks over to Sayaka with the skull still crushed in his hand and hugs her. Here's me. So when you want to let go, man, of that of Scully?
No, he's like, now I see. He's like, now I see what the power, I see what the power of the demon world could do. This is so Rebby Ra. I'm gonna fight you with all that I have. I'm like, oh, now I throw a pair.
Oh my gosh, fuck, Laria. So let's just get it right. Fuck killing your dad. Fuck all the numerous people that died before you, and fuck the fact that one monster dragged you under freaking water. No. The fact that Remy Ra did the same thing that every world leader in the world does, kill innocent people, that was inexcusable. Now you gotta kill that nigga. You know what, Kyoya? Whatever motivates you.
Hey, you know what though?
You know what I'm saying?
That right there made you say, oh, I am so super, oh my gosh, super for real cereal.
Hey,
yeah, you know what I mean. That, you know what, to whatever motivates us. You know what I mean. To whatever motivates us.
Hey,
For all we know, Parks didn't get up because the bitch ate a sandwich before her stomach hurt. Whatever motivates you, dog. Whatever motivates you.
Listen. I sat there and I was like, well, during this fight, and we get to the part where something happens. I was like, well, hey, clearly he has roll canceling skills that his father didn't have because, he's dodging every fucking blade slice that, Remy Ma's throwing at him. I'm like, oh, cool. I'm pretty sure your dad's looking down like, man, I wish I had them fucking skills to dodge because, man.
Yeah, just to sidestep like in Tekken. I wish I had that same type of motive.
It's like I lost a goddamn arm and a leg for this shit. What the fuck? Oh, God, man. So, Homeboy's Boken gets broken.
Yeah, it gets broken because he tries to fight him the first time he tries to fight him, it gets broken and it looks like all hope is definitely lost. Because
the whole alchemist seal is, and he's on this whole high. He's doing this whole Highlander trip of there can be only one, and there's lightning bolts going around him and stuff. Cool.
I gotta say, you gotta love the way Rebby Rob put himself to sleep. My man was sleeping on a bed of energy,
like a G.
Hey man, that's on the same level of nigga, why you eat diamonds? It's my dookie to twinkle. It's on the same level of that. It's baller shit that we human beings don't understand, son. But I did like how Remy actually fucked this nigga up, man, just very easily. And I'm thinking about something like hey, dude, you have no other backup around you, no henchmen, no nothing. You was like, nah, let that nigga walk in here.
Just let him fly.
I know. He done took out 3 people already. Let that nigga just walk right in here. He better get fucked up.
Dude, that's on some Geese Howard shit damn near. Because, let's be real about this. Geese didn't really need Billy to help him out. Just let him in. Just let him in there. You sure, Geese? Fuck it. Let him come through. Just let him.
Let's walk in, man. Let's see what the little nigga got to say first.
I'm gonna kill him, but I'll let him talk for about 2 minutes.
I'll entertain this.
I don't know, like a motherfucker when Ruby Raw hit that nigga, he fell down that crevice. I was like fatality. Like, damn, that was easy.
Yeah, he gets smacked. He gets pimp smacked into falling into that crevice, and as he was trying to find his way out of there, what happens next? Boom! Kyoya learned the power of a Deus Ex Machina.
This is the thing. Now, we talked about, yes, that his father's Boken staff fell down that crevice. Here's the question. So out of the 10 years that Shinjuku has been a complete war zone, level to hell, you mean to tell me not one time Remy You have the energy of that staff just right there, or did it just die and only reactivated when his son got by it? But better yet, just real talk. How did that thing survive?
It just sat there. It just sat there in that rubble. Didn't like not rust over, but it didn't like deteriorate over time. I mean, come on, that one Boken that's been sitting there for 10 years.
What the hell did they have on it? Thompson's water seal? What the hell?
Dude, that hero in Demon City, he literally pulls his dad's Boken out, and bam, he has fucking He-Man. I got the power and shit, you know.
He literally says something on that same level of I got the power too, man. He
tells him you actually no. It wasn't even Kyoya that said it either. Like he feels the power of Ninpo fully unlock by getting that sword, bruh. This was on some Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, where at the end of the game, Raiden gets freaking Gesturing Sam's sword.
Because Gesturing Sam was like, "Hey, dog, he's gonna fight the senator, and he's gonna get his sword broken. So I'm gonna need you to deliver that sword to him." Okay, cool.
It's like, just do that. It's like, if I die, like, here's the thing, if I die, like, the lock-on is unlocked after a couple of hours. You died only 20 minutes ago.
Oh, and peep this, folks. Mephisto jumps in, saves the girl, before the final battle happens. Literally tells Remy Ma, "Hey, dog, so, you're gonna have to fight fair now without this power and shit." And I'm like, so let me get this right, Mephisto. You could have maybe interfered, but you chose not to.
Where were you? Where was you 10 years ago, then, my nigga?
No, I was just waiting for Kyoto to show up. Oh, what? You thought I was gonna fight him by myself? Nah, we ain't doing that over here.
You're looking at it and you're like, so Mephisto, you could have basically more or less prevented this shit, but you just opted to just, God, really.
We needed the spirit of Ninpo to be fully unlocked.
It's like that shit. Okay, you know what this remind me of? This is a prime example. Shadowland, right? Kingpin is hanging back while Daredevil's basically going fucking evil on everybody and shit. Because Kingpin is like, I mean, I could, jump in, but nah, I'm just gonna hang back and just watch this shit happen.
I hate it. I actually hate it when that happens in stories, really. When the person stopped it, or at least changed the tide earlier, doesn't do it until the end of the
Kingpin could have interfered in Shadowland. That shit would have been done and over with. And then all of a sudden he's like, nah, I'm just gonna wait how to see what happens.
Then we see Kyoya show up out of nowhere. The only thing missing was, here we are, born to be kings. That was the only thing that was missing.
Princes of the universe. All of a sudden he's like fucking doing this and stuff. It's crazy.
So now you probably asking yourself, "Oh, dang! So how epic was this battle? One
swing,
slice in half." And at first, Remy Ma's like, "Oh man, he sliced me in half, psych!" And then he's like, "Oh shit, he really did kill me."
Right when that happened, I said, "Now you see that, Remy Ma? That was the plot telling you that you had to die."
Oh, by the way, folks, Mephisto's walking with the wind to his back because
again, be badass.
Like you did nothing. You just gave sage advice and left.
Did that too. Basically, he then says something like, some disjointed, proverb like soon the death will rise and then everything will fall and he walks off. I'm like, nigga, you had no point in this movie. Zero.
You guys know what he did. Mephisto was Tuxedo Mask.
But you didn't do anything. I know.
Well,
I know. As I walk away through the wind.
You know what, dude? Right there, usually I will say, don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. No, he is you were right. He is straight up Tuxedo Mask. There was no point. All he did was break up the monotony for 2 seconds for Sailor Moon to one-shot kill something. All he did.
Men angered the gods with their pride, and in order to punish him, the gods looked on as Pandora opened her box, letting chaos loose. And now, here in Monster City, mythology will become reality. Then to end it, he says, remember this, Pandora's box released chaos. The gods saw the despair her actions caused, so they released one last item, with the others, can't bear to go on. The gift of hope. Till next time.
Hey, yo, Mephisto, let me add on to that. Mama say, Mama sa, Mama kun sa. Because what I said made exactly the same amount of sense that what you just said. What?
Now here's the thing. Here's another quote. Earlier on, when they first met, Kyoko basically more or less like, okay, so are you one of the demons? Are you Mephisto? And he literally answers, I have been called demonic unjustly. I only ask worth giving your life for. Do you know what you're doing? It's not the fucking answer I'm asking. It was just a yes or no. Are you a demon or not?
Will you stop talking to like a retarded version of Yoda and answer a question? God,
he literally said, I have been called demonic unjustly. Really, dog?
Dog, have you not seen yourself in the mirror, nigga? You look like you are extra off of the Interview with the Vampire. You can
maybe he is like
that's like an angry parent asking their child, did you take any of the snacks out of the jar? And they say, I got a C in math today. That's not the answer to my question.
You ain't lying. That is the equivalent. He's like, did you ask the question?
Dude, did you really answer the question? So
I have been unjustly called a demonic, but that's not that. It's yes or no.
That's not what I asked you.
Yes or no. I don't give a fuck about your feelings, dog. Yes or no. Oh my god.
Doesn't make any sense. So
even Marvel's Mephisto was looking at this movie like, what the fuck is this shit?
So anyway, this movie wraps up on what you think is going to happen. The president is saved. The president is actually in Master Ra's arms at this point, where he just laid on Master Ra's arms, looking all like, I love you, Master Ra. Nothing in the movie just like me.
He literally just watched from his fucking he watched from his fucking Amazon Fire Stick and shit. Just hung back and just watched. Fucking hooked up his Amazon Fire Stick and was just watching. Like, yeah, I mean, I could do something, but shit's hot.
I mean, nothing.
Oh man, man.
So it's like, okay, we get it. Happy endings. Evil's punished. Everything is good. Let's go ahead and roll credits. What do we get? Zoom in on Kyoya and Sayaka get moving in for the kiss, and we go up to the sky. Credits.
They could even give us a kiss. I'm like, you know what? That's a little bit unsatisfying. That's really unsatisfying. Wow.
Kissing her, Kyoya was thinking to himself, I am going to pound the hell out of this later.
We couldn't even get Homeboy's dad up in there as a Jedi ghost at least. I mean, that would have been nice.
As a Jedi ghost?
We already had ghost. His name was Master
Jedi Ghost because he heard. No, we technically had the Jedi Ghost where he heard his voice.
That doesn't count. That's the fucking equivalent to fucking Obi-Wan saying, Luke, use the Force. Get the hell out of here, man. Come on.
Dude.
Yeah, use Force.
Dude, I would have loved to see Kyoto father nodding like Eazy-E did in the Crossroads video.
In fact, that should have been in this movie. Fucking the Crossroads, fucking death and shit. See you at the crossroads. Done.
You won't be lonely.
Oh my god, I forgot that Eazy Ghost was in that goddamn video. Holy. Oh man, but yeah, that's Demon Shinjuku, folks. I got.
But that is how that movie ends.
Nobody has nothing else to say. I mean, we have nothing else to say about what we just saw.
All I'm saying is this. All I'm saying is stuff. You give us fucking Paul Rodriguez on fucking skates and shit, skating near the third rail.
Dude, you said Paul Rodriguez. I don't know how to top that. You got me there.
Paul Rodriguez throwing grenades, which is like, okay, that's cool, but that just came out of fucking nowhere. Remy Ra, who is just like, okay, I'm evil, and I'm trying to be Highlander, but I'm not Highlander. And then you got Mephisto, who is just like, I mean, I could trim him in the face and get this over with, but you know, I don't want to. I don't feel like it, you know. And then our lead character has to go through all this bullshit, and it's like, Phil, you could have did something. I'm fine.
Well, actually, you know what? I only have one question. This is the way we can end this one. DJ Sue, how is this better than Wicked City to you?
How is it better? I think the better question is which one is more memorable. What is the more memorable? Like between these two movies, which one had the more memorable scenes? Because real talk, and CJ, you can co-sign with me on this. Outside of watching Makie getting raped like 20 minutes straight in Wicked City, what else do you remember from that movie?
I almost got Demon City and Wicked City kind of mixed up a little bit sometimes.
Sorry, outside of Makie getting raped, outside of and also let's also not forget the Spider Queen, with the Venus trap vagina, and old man Giuseppe going to Soapland and melting into a pair of titties. Outside of that, what do you remember?
I mean, Venus flytrap pussy is more memorable than anything in Demon City.
It's more memorable. It's memorable, but it's also a cinema.
Yeah, it's actually a trope of Japanese horror, to be really honest with you.
Yeah, Japanese horror in general.
True. Very much.
So
true.
technically, that doesn't count. If anything, if anything, that's expected.
So that being said, DJ Sue,
what I
guess
can
you're right.
Now, what I will agree, the plot for both movies are dumb as hell.
Oh my gosh, thank you. That's actually all I wanted you to say. Just admit dumb. There's no way
the plot for both movies are dumb. I just enjoyed Demon City. To me, Demon City was it's a more digestible movie.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, it's not polarizing in the violence like Wicked City is. Wicked City is like, oh yeah, there's just violence every fucking where, and you just gotta prepare yourself for that shit.
What were you, D?
No, that was it. That was it. No, I was saying that I actually do agree with you. It's what's the more memorable movie? And yeah, I see why you said that. For me, it's Wicked City, probably because it was one of the first anime I ever watched uncut, and that's probably why it's just out there in my mind.
You're gonna, and movies like that will have that effect on you. You know, have that effect. But for me,
if I can't add something though, I will say this: I think Shinjuku is a much better animated movie, though. I think just the way it looks, the way it's drawn, I think it's way better than Wicked City.
I'm still holding on to my argument of what I said like many moons ago. Ninja Scroll is Kawajiri at his best. Wicked City is him at his worst, and Demon City is in the middle.
The good question is this: then where is Birdie the Mighty and Vampire Hunter D at then?
They're not even on the scale, because you got to remember these three came out in like damn near one after the other.
Yeah, Birdie the Mighty and stuff. I think that's when Birdie the Mighty and even Bloodlust kind of came at a point where Jiri kind of like eased up a bit and stuff, because I look at Bloodlust and I'm like, Bloodlust felt a little bit more tamer compared to the original Vampire Hunter D.
And I'm only counting Ninja Scroll, Demon City, and Wicked City because those were his most involved movies.
That was his magnum opus right there, man. All three things.
I mean, sure, he had a movie in between the three. Like, he had Neo Tokyo, which came out after Wicked City, and then he had a win named Amnesia, which came out after Demon City, and then came Ninja Scroll, and then Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust, which didn't come out for years after 93, because that came out in 2000. It was like after 93, he went on and did a whole bunch of other work. He did some OVAs, but he didn't do film work for a long time.
Yep, that's it. I think so. That leaves us with next week, which is Sailor Moon, and hopefully everything will come out, good and peachy with that one. I hate that ending. So next anime is our final anime for the month, which will be Sailor Moon, and we're finally up to the dark crystals. It's dark crystals.
Dark moon.
The dark moon.
We're out of filler mode at this point. We're done with filler bullshit. We're actually on canon stuff.
I'm sorry, CJ. Did you just say we're out of filler? This is Sailor Moon, brother. There is filler everywhere.
No.
You stupid, man. Fillers everywhere. We just wanted to do the Dune tree because we just really wanted to do a show with Diva again. And real talk, me and Eris wanted to make fun of the fact that filler is good. Some filler is good. So anyway, that's it for us at 3 Black Geeks. We will see y'all next time. Peace.